Yo, good morning. Happy Saturday, everybody. It's Saturday, March 20, 2021, 8 o'clock in the morning, Pacific Standard Time, and it's a beautiful day. Doing my 2 miles again. It's beautiful out here. Thank you again for joining me. This is my self-care. This is my practice that I do in the morning to get me started. This is also day 4 of my series. Most of you guys know I've been doing a 7-day series called Write Your First Book Now. Like, stop waiting. So I'm going to do a quick review and tell you what it is that my series is about. I'm also going to give you a quick overview of who I am and a little bit about my journey. But before I do that, I want you to just pause and smell the roses. It's important that we stop and look at life. Hear life. Listen, what do you hear? Yeah, we hear trucks. We hear cars. We hear factories, we hear water. But most of all, I want you to hear those birds. You hear those birds chirping? I don't think you can hear the wind blowing, rustling in the leaves. Can you hear your breath? Can you hear your heart beating? I was watching a movie last night, and there were these 2 soldiers that were going into a battlefield. And the more experienced soldier turned to the rookie and said, "How do you feel right now?" And the rookie said, "Scared as hell." And the experienced soldier said, "Good. That means you're alive." If you feel scared, if you feel nervous, if you feel angry, if you feel bitter, if you feel just mad as hell, if you feel frustrated, if you feel irritated, if you feel overwhelmed, distracted, scatterbrained, annoyed, out of sorts, not myself, this message is for you. If you feel like, I don't know what I'm going to do, I'm at my wit's end, I'm done, that means that you are alive. Congratulations. You are alive. You feel. The dangerous place to be is when you don't feel, when you're numb and nothing matters to you. You don't care. Whatever, who cares? That's a dangerous place to be, because you doesn't matter to you if you live or die. It's a dangerous place to be. So I want to encourage you, whatever you're feeling right now, be grateful for the feeling, because that means you're alive. When you feel, you're alive. The blood is pumping through your veins. The oxygen is pumping to your brain. You have blood rushing to your arms and your legs. You're alive. Congratulations. Pat yourself on the back, because you're alive. Right? Some of us are the walking dead. Some of us are zombies. You don't know if the person is coming or going, right? It might be you. You're in the right place if that's you, if you're frustrated, overwhelmed, scatterbrained, you're not sure what to do. You're just like, man, I feel out of sorts. That's how I felt years ago. I'm 45 now. I just turned 45, February 7th. Thank you very much. And I'm more alive than I have ever been in my whole life. Even when I was 15, 16, 17, 18, going to college, in college, I still never really felt alive because I knew that ultimately I wasn't really in control. This 45 feels good. It looks good on me, right? It looks good on me. This 45 is amazing because I'm just old enough to handle my own business, control my own future, but just young enough to have excitement and energy, right? I'm grateful to be here. So that's just a little bit of background to get your mind here and now in the present. I want you to live in the presence. No one ever teaches you how to be present, though. People say, be present, be present. The way that you are present is you smell the roses in front of you. You hear the sounds. You feel the feels. You feel the feels. You are aware and listening, paying attention to what's happening in front of you right now. You're aware of the thoughts that are coming to you and through you. And you know what? The thoughts that you hear, when you hear something say, you say that to her. And then you feel yourself say, don't say that to her. Go with the first gut. I tell students on the test, if you have studied, when you read the question, the answer will pop up into your head. Now, if you haven't studied, that's a whole nother problem. But if you have studied and you know that you read that material and you put in the time, the first answer that comes to you is the truth. When you start second guessing yourself, that second voice is the lie. Okay? Apply that in your life and tell me how that helps you. The first voice that comes to you is the right answer. It's the truth. When I say, good morning, did you sleep well last night? The truth is going to come to you right away. Hell no, I was tossing and turning all night. Them damn dogs was barking again. I'm about to go kick that neighbor's butt. Right? That comes to your mind immediately. But see, you filter yourself because you're like, I don't want her to know that I'm going to go kick my neighbor's butt. Like, shh, don't say that. The second voice is the filter. The first voice is the truth. So, I just wanted to preface this talk by telling you to get present. Get in the moment. Get in the here and the now. So that way, when you get in the here and the now, you're coachable, you're teachable, and I can give you some nuggets that are going to change your life. Right? So who am I? If this is your first time coming into my circle, welcome. You are in a dynamic circle of authors, coaches, educators, and speakers. Congratulations, you're in. All you had to do is open up your phone and click, oh, what's LT doing live? All you had to do is join my live. All right. So I'm an author. Thank you for the thumbs up. I'm an author, teacher, and book coach. Hey, Beth Amber. Good morning. Thank you. Happy Saturday. I'm just talking about day 4 of my 7-day series. And the name of the series is Write Your First Book Now. Stop waiting. Write your first book now. If you're done with your first book, write your second book now. Keep progressing. Do your marathon now. Right? Whatever you want to do, let's do it now. Now is the time. So, a little bit about me. I'm an author, teacher, book coach. I'm doing amazing. Thank you for asking. I have been writing books since 2016, but I have actually been journaling since 12. And I told this story the other day when I was sitting in my 7th grade English class. My English teacher told me, she said, I don't care what you write, but during this timed writing activity, you will write. And you will have a full page when you're done. And we will share it with a partner. And I was like, ooh, I don't know what to write. I seriously was like, what am I supposed to write? She was like, you need to get your pen, get your paper, put your pen to the paper, and you need to write, I don't know what to write. She said, and you need to write that 100 times until that paper is full. And I was like, I've been writing since kindergarten. Oh, that's amazing. Wow. You got started before me. So your writing muscle is strong. Yesterday I talked about the writing muscle. I talked about Popeye the Sailor Man, how he gets the spinach and goes squish, squishes it down, and then his bicep goes boom. That's what happens. I had my first poem published when I was 5. Whoa. That is incredible. That is amazing. Thank you for sharing that. That just pierced my heart in a good way. I love it when people write. I love it. I love it when people publish. That's awesome. I was supposed to publish in 2005. One of my buddy teachers was like, you need to publish. And I was like, no. Yeah, Popeye is awesome. I was like, no, I don't have anything to say. She's like, yeah, I can help you. And I'm like, well, you have a PhD. So, of course, you're going to be published, you know. And she's like, get over that. So, of course, I did start writing because she did prompt me. She gave me a kick in the butt. So I did start writing, but I didn't publish it till 10 years later. And here I am. We're still friends today. This has been like 20 years of friendship. And I called her and I said, can you help me edit? Because I'm going to publish my book. This was 2016. And she goes, yes. She helped me do it. 2016. I still waited until 2017 because I was so afraid of what people would say, what people would think, because I was literally going through a depression. And I had depression, anxiety. I was going through panic attacks. I was overwhelmed, didn't know how to get out of the workaholic mentality. And so that first book that I published was just me and my life and the hot mess that I was then. All the garbage I was going through in my head. And so when people read that, they were like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Like, oh my gosh, how do you know how I feel? Like, this is exactly how I feel. I was like, I don't know. I was just writing how I felt. If somebody is blessed by it, awesome. If not, this was for me. The first book was completely a selfish thing. I went through, 2014. Yeah, so it hit you 2 years before it hit me, Beth. Were you able to write about it? I love when people participate in these lives. Thank you so much. And this is a part of my self-care. This is 2 miles. And this is what I do every morning. So thank you for joining me. Oh, college. Oh, man. I went to Grambling State University from 94 to 98. And that was, the first 2 years were a challenge. I remember I didn't get my menstrual period for like 5 months. And I was nervous. I thought I was pregnant. The doctor was like, you're stressed. He's like, relax. You're stressed. And I'm like, I'm a college student. I have a double major. And I work. And I go to school. And that's all I do. What do you mean stress? Who's that? I haven't met, de-stress, relax. I haven't met relax yet. Can you introduce us? Yeah, that's what helped me get over it. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely, when I was in the biochemistry program and took too many classes and worked at the same time. That's what I was doing. 21 units. I had to get signed off by the department chair, special permission, because hello, this lady is an overachiever and I'm going to take every class you got. Got basket weaving? I'm taking that too. I don't know why. I just wanted to do everything. Oh, and then I wanted to be the president and the secretary of all these different clubs and organizations and be a part of the debate stuff. Plus get into politics. I mean, be an activist. I was trying to do everything. And it was like crash, burn, boom. Advanced classes too, yep. Oh, Lord have mercy. I got a couple of voice clips I'm going to check later. Hey, what's up, Aunt Lita? Happy Saturday, beautiful queen. I'm glad you joined me. This is actually, and I'm so glad you just came in the building right now. This is day 4 of my 7-day series. Oh, I had a 4.0 and was determined to keep it that way. Wow, that's incredible. I didn't learn how to hit a 4.0 till my last year in college, 1998. I went in 94, came out in 98. I didn't understand how to do the whole GPA thing until I really just focused and started talking to the counselors and the professors and stuff. I was kind of shy. I didn't really, back in the day, I didn't have nothing to say. Now I have all these things to say, but back in the day, I wasn't all that confident. So I was not going to go into the professor's office or go into the counselor's office and start talking and asking for help. And I didn't learn how to do that till 1998. And by that time, it was close to graduation. So I ended up scooting out of there with a 3.71. So I kept 4. Ooh, wow. So you are a super overachiever. You're definitely in the right spot. This is an amazing circle. As soon as we get off of here, I want you to join my community, because there's a whole bunch of us overachieving people, especially women in our 40s that are living our best life, and we are helping each other, encouraging each other, lifting each other up. Yeah, yep, it's hard to ask for help. Yep, it's hard. I got you. I know. That's how I was. This is shoot. When I hit 40, I'm 45 now. When I hit 40, 5 years ago, that was like my 3rd nervous breakdown. My 3rd, right? And that was because I didn't have a circle. Look up, go into 2021, publishing for aces, like the Ace of Hearts. Oh, 36. You're young, girl. You're young. You're one of the millennials, one of the older millennials. Super cool. I love millennials. You guys are awesome. I'm in the Gen X, the 80s, 70s baby, but the 80s teenager. So I grew up on Madonna, Michael Jackson, Prince, Cyndi Lauper. Girls just want to have fun. Oh, girls just want to have. That's all we really want. I can go on all day. Yeah, I didn't have a tribe. Yeah. So the thing about it, go to 2021 as soon as we get off of here. 2021 publishing for ACEs, which is authors, coaches, educators, and speakers. Just started that back in 2020, probably April. So it'll be a year in April that I've had this community, and it went from 2 people. It was literally me and another teacher. And I told him, I said, I want to explode this group. I want to make this group blow up. And he's like, oh, I don't know about all that, but he's like, I'm here. He's like, present. I said, okay, we're going to do this together. Hello again, love. Yes, hello again, love. Hello again, love. Thank you for the love. I'm just explaining to Beth that this is what we do. We encourage each other. We lift each other up. We give each other love because in this world, we need more light. That's why you're here. That's why I'm here. Because we need more light and we have to shine the light on each other. And when one person shines, we all shine. And when my crown falls to the left, or to the left, the other left, you just come up to me and say, hello, queen. I just came to fix your crown. Because sometimes we can't see the picture. We can't see the frame because we're inside the picture. So we need somebody to reflect that love back to us and bless us, right? So, yeah, today's day 4. Let me go back to my 7-day series. Today is day 4. On day 4, this is what I teach. Yes! Hype! Remember Flavor Flav? And Lita, when you said hype, I thought about Flavor Flav with that big chain on his neck and his hat to the side. I'm gonna give me that outfit so I can dress like that. Woo. Yes, that's why we're here, to hype each other up. That's why we're here, to get excited for every little accomplishment, every little thing. I talked about when I first got on here, I talked about before we start, let's breathe. Then smell the roses. Well, I ain't got no roses. But what I do have is an environment which is conducive to my learning, and it is conducive to my self-care, my mental health. I moved out here because of the quietness, right? For 20 years, I lived in a different city, and it wasn't quiet. It was full of a bunch of noise. Just moved here 2 years ago. I am at more peace than ever. I typically produce 1 book a year. Since I've been living out here, I done produced like 4 books. Because this is what I need to get my mind right. You got to get your mind right so you can write right. You have to. Day 1 of this series, when I first started a couple days ago, I talked about how before you even start writing a book, you have to do the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. The ABCs is control your atmosphere. You got to be in the right atmosphere. Do you write in your closet? Where do you write? You got to go somewhere. I was in my car the other day writing because the dogs and the kids, man, I had to get out of there because I was like, wait, my brain is cluttered. I'm starting to get irritated. Oh, hell no. I sat in the car. Sat in the car. So then the next time, the next one is B, breathe. You have to be in an environment where you can breathe. I tried to go in the garage. I couldn't go in the garage. I could not go in the garage. Ooh, I write at night on the beach. That's beautiful. I love that. I had to move out of my home to complete my first book. Word. Sometimes, you know what? It's okay. It's okay to go away and take a little vacation. It's okay. You have to do that. That's self-care. And if you have a goal, if you were a part of the NBA or the NFL, you would be on the road with your coach. And you would be on the road with your team because your family could be a distraction. So those highest level elite athletes, they don't stay in the same environment to get ready for their performance. They have to go away to the gym, to the field. They're out. They're not involved in all the drama of the family because you can't perform at your highest level. And we're going to talk about this at the teachers conference. You can't perform at the highest level if your mind is in the midst of garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. I write on the sand sometimes and then take pictures of it. The sand is beautiful. That's powerful. The sand, the grass, you literally, some days I need to get grounded. I take off my shoes and sit down on the ground like I was 4 years old. Because we get so in our head, we get elevated up into the clouds, and then we start to wonder, how did we get lost? So you got to come back and sit on the ground, Put your feet flat on the ground. Put your butt flat on the ground. Crisscross applesauce. And you just have to get re-grounded, refocused, reconnect with your creator. You got to do it. So that was day one. I talked about the ABCs, the atmosphere, the breathing, and C is control. You have 100% control over the food that you eat, the exercise that you do, and what happens with that pen on that paper. You control that. That's one thing that the world can't take away from you. Like they tell you when you get your college degree, nobody can take that away from you. When you start writing, that's something that nobody can take away from you. So that was the first day, day one. If you know someone, I'm going to go ahead and tag some people. Take a few seconds to tag a couple people who you know need to be here. I'm going to tag my friend Gabriel, because Gabriel just got in here the other day and he was like, yes, I love this. I need to learn this. And then I met a friend named Garland Breckenridge. I'm going to invite her. There we go. Go ahead, invite 2 or 3 people in here that you know they need to get into this. The earth longs to feel your bare feet, and wind longs to play with your hair. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I'm out here. This is what I do every morning. This is what keeps me grounded. This is it. What do you do to keep you grounded? Had to drink my water. So I only have a few minutes left, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because I have an appointment in a few minutes. I tagged an author friend and creative friend. Awesome. Yep, so that was day one. I'm going to take you guys through day 1 through 4, and then I'm going to jump into today's content, which is day 4. So day 1 is ABC. Get yourself in the right environment. Learn how to breathe. Control what you write on the pen with the pen. Day 2, we talked about developing the writing muscle. That's where I told the story of Popeye the Sailor Man with the spinach. Boop! Right? Soon as he popped it in, immediately, boom! His bicep popped out. Don't you wish... Oh, you connected with Vaughn. Yes, connect with Vaughn. Yep, Khalil Gibran is one of my favorite authors. Ooh, I'm going to have to check that out. I open the window and lay in the bed, and with the morning sunshine on my skin. Yes! I love it. So, develop the writing muscle was day 2. You have to develop the writing muscle because if you've been writing since you were 5 like Beth, or 12 like me, Aunt Lita, when did you start writing? The earlier you start, the bigger your muscle is. So I don't have to tell you this really. But this is for people who, there's some people that come into my lives that have this dream in their head of standing on stage and talking to people and then going to the back and selling their books. There's a couple people that are like that. There's some people that started writing, there was a flow, they were getting ready to get it published, and then life happened. Boom, they got smacked in the face with a death in the family. Or they got smacked in the face with whatever was happening. Chicago's not the place to be grounded. Oh, I get it. I got you. Lots of beautiful land out here. Yeah, lots of beautiful land. Just saying. So yeah, there's some people who were writing, they were in a flow, and then all of a sudden they got writer's block. So I teach people in my course, there's no such thing as writer's block, and here's what we're going to do to get you through it. And I'm going to walk you through it, right? And then there's some other people who have their manuscript already done. It's already done. It's complete. And they just need to know, how do I get this thing published, right? So I help all those different groups. People who somebody's been telling them, you need to write a book, and they don't listen. Like me, they wait 12 years. And they don't listen. They waste a bunch of time, energy, and money bumping their heads, going to all these different places, asking friends to edit. Can you edit for me? And the friend takes 5 years to edit it. Well, because they're a friend and it's not an urgency to them, right? Some people go out here try to learn everything on YouTube, which is wonderful, but it's you can go down a rabbit hole. Some people try to Google, how do I write a book? You try to Google it, you go down a rabbit hole. It takes you more time than if you were to just jump into a program, a group program, a one-on-one program, jump into a one-day intensive with a coach who knows what to do. This is my 8th book. My first 6 books were individual. My last 2 books were collaborations with other professionals. Number 8 is what took me to the top. That book is called Visibility. It talks about being a speaker on the stage, impacting people's lives with your words. See, the spoken word is powerful too, but the written word is permanent. So if you're thinking about writing a book, you got to get it done. 2021 is the year to get it done, right? So I'm going to be offering a beta course for anyone who wants to get their book done in the next 30 days. All right, it's going to be a discounted course. It's an investment. It's not free. This is a free workshop. The beta course that I'm creating for you guys is not free. So we'll need to talk about what to do. Message me, email me. Go to my website, myfirstbook.org. If you're curious and you need to know more, you'll see a whole bunch of testimonials. Read them. You'll see a whole bunch of videos. Watch them. It'll educate you, give you some information you need to know to make an informed decision. So that was day 1, get the atmosphere right. Day 2, develop your writing muscle. You got to get that writing muscle up. Day 3 is develop your why. Why are you writing? When do you want it done? Where are you going to publish? Where are you going to write it? Your environment. Who's going to support you? What is it going to be about? Those are the 5 W's of getting ready to write. Now, today is day 4. The question for today is, what is a manuscript? Right? That is day 4's discussion. And I'm going to wrap this up real quick because I have a few minutes till my appointment is right at the hour. So, a manuscript is exactly what it sounds like. Manu means by hand. Script means written word. It is the written word that you wrote with your hands that you will later transfer onto the computer, that you will later pass to your editor, that your editor will pass to the formatter, and then they'll pass it to the cover designer, and then they'll pass it to whoever's next, the marketing department, the sales department. But guess what? As the self-published author, you're all of those departments. You're it. And so if you want support with that, that's why I'm here, to help you get through that process. So that when you come in the door looking like a hot mess with all your ideas, we're going to put some of them on the cutting room floor, because not all your ideas need to be published. So we talk about that too. What needs to go out and what needs to stay out. Right? So day 4 is about the manuscript. What's going to happen when you develop the highest quality manuscript? It's going to be formatted right. It's going to be edited right. It's going to look beautiful. We're going to put a bow on it. And if you want to, you can take it to any movie producer. You can take it to an audiobook producer. Do whatever you want to do with it. Turn it into a paperback. Turn it into a ebook. The point is, you come to me to get that manuscript perfect. And then you take it wherever you do whatever you want to do with it. I give you a flash drive, you're on your way. It's amazing. It's one of the most amazing things that I've been able to help people do, is to get their ideas out into the world to make an impact on other people's lives. That's what I do all day long and twice on Sunday. So hit me up if you're curious about this beta program. Send me a message that says, LT, that class is for me. All right, have a blessed day. See you guys later.